And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your ball.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
We need to turn this around halfway through.
If that would ever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Left hand. Nice exchange here from both men. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk now. Here we go for round 2. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'd be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
You've been in everything tonight. You know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making of excuses because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
Catch and shoot. Do you believe this? These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He got out of the way of that right hook. So much firepower here. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? That counter shot lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Let's get it started in round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. a shot, they get countered. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Misses with the straight left. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
He misses with that straight left. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Oh my word, down goes RJJ. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue.
Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial because here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nope, that uppercut does not score. Lucky that hook didn't score. So much for back. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they said.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
He threw a punch and just got countered. He threw a punch and just got countered. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Roy Jones. Time for the 5th round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamourweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. The game plan does not seem to... This is the beginning of round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good defense blocking that right uppercut. He parries that right jab away. Sergio Martinez is dazed. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something. Here we go. It's round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. Oh, and that one really got Martinez good. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Can't land that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we're entering death. And we enter the 8th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs...
Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're dead.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable at middleweight.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. The judges have spoken. Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Amir King Khan, tipping the scales at 140 pounds, and he's got that reach of 71 inches. And the man he'll be facing, it's King Ryan Garcia, 5'10" tall. He weighed in at 135 pounds, and he's got a reach of 70 inches.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what?
And it's the King Ryan Garcia. They also call him Flash, fighting out of Los Angeles, California. Some of the fastest hands in all of boxing.
This is going to be an intense stare before the fight starts.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Bolton, England. Here is the Olympic silver medalist, one of Britain's youngest ever professional world champion, a unified 140-pound champion of the world. Introducing Amir King Khan. Fighting out of the blue corner from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Ryan Garcia.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. Throws the jab, but does not score. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the Flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. And the kid goes down. And you can see it right here. That body shot sent them down, and they weren't getting up.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
They need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whisper in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
There's a counter shot. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. This fighter embodied. Oh, right there! Right now, the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter lands. To put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Missing with the hook. And he wasn't ready. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Khan in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
On to the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. He blocks that jab. It's all offense all the time. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Nice job blocking the hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just missed with that hook. The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Back on in this round.
On to the fourth we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. We hear that old phrase, second wind. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
They exchanged punches. That counter punch caught him clean. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Blocks that right hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Khan in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for a one-shot.
So, just be smart. Just get your shots off and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, alright? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. He was coasting this fight and
Go out there and finish it. You're smart, you weren't
confident now. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out and First,
Don't forget the jab. Don't get carried away. Think about the
take away that tempo. Stop him in his tracks. Get out there.
jab's working nice. Those 1-2 straight.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
He's smart when he go out there.
Great round. Now don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for a one shot.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
They are giving us a high-tempo show. That jab doesn't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Are we about to see Ryan Garcia go to the canvas? It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Big shot, and down goes Garcia. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
Clearly, his opponent was too much for him, and he's thrown in the towel. And that will do it. This fight is over.
You are the sweetest thing. Yeah. I live all the joy you bring. Yeah. But I'm coming back, knocking down the door. I'm coming back. Are you ready for more?
Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater. The time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Amir King Khan, 63 kilos even. That's what he weighed in at, 174 centimeters tall, with a reach of 180. And he'll be facing Amir King Khan, 140. Amir Khan. And it's...
This bout is scheduled.
So much hype surrounding. The build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Nice counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. What a fitting stage for this grudge match. This theater has seen a lot of drama over the years, but perhaps none more compelling than this.
God, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches that echo. If you're not a party coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Both men step back for just a moment. He blocks the jab. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, here we go for round two. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The perfect counter lands. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Eternity for the... Here's the bell to start round three. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Amir Khan in some real trouble. How did they not go down?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Throwing a hook, but nice defense there. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. These two were made for each other. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who... Back at it in round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You believe what we are seeing. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Nice counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. Caution being thrown to the wind. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Great round, great round. Now relax, relax.
Want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. We've led him back into this.
Back into the fray here in round 5. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then...
Oh my God, Johnny! This is not how the story was supposed to go for Amir Khan! And right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice defense there, blocking the hook. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You'd like to see more jabs. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter. Fast fighters can throw 3 full-shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That bell could not have come. This is the beginning of round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three. Here comes round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He blocks the right hook. The straight right just misses. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. A swing and a miss with that jab. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Left uppercut doesn't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And a round that seemed like... And there's the bell for round 8. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Johnny, it was a